Time in YouTube and welcome back to Theme Deck Corner. Today we are looking over Pikachu Power coming from Evolution. So if you guys are hyped and ready for this, make sure to hit that like button because it is greatly appreciated. Lets me know that you guys are continuing to want these decks showcased for you guys. Now for today we're going to start off with the magical Pikachu himself. Look at how fat he is! Pikachu, you gotta go back on a diet. Actually, in fact, I prefer the way he looks in this, because he actually looks like a mouse instead of like a really anorexic thing. Do not take over, Pikachu, because you're going to give these children a bad idea. Being anorexic is not the best thing to do. In fact, it's really bad for your health. So Pikachu being a little chubby, I appreciate it. Anyway, this Pikachu is nothing overly special. It's got 60 HP. It's a lightning type Pokemon. It is basic. It's got Gnaw, Thunder Jolt. Nothing over the top saying, hey look, I am an amazing card. However, we do have Raichu. It evolves from 100 HP, lightning type Pokemon. Has Energize for 1 lightning energy. You get to attach a lightning energy card from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So it's a very nice way to recharge after losing some energy. You've also got Spark Bolt, 2 lightning, 1 colorless, it's going to do 70 damage. You may discard all energy attached to this Pokemon, and if you do, this attack does 70 more damage. So you have a high output of 140, which isn't too bad. And you have that ability to energize, so you can at least get some of that energy back. So it'll take you maybe 2 turns to re-stabilize after the big kaboom! So our only other, well, we've got 2 electric type users. We've got Magneton, which is 80 HP, it's a lightning type Pokemon, stage 1 obviously. Has Thunder Wave, 1 lightning, 1 colorless, 30 damage. You get to flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active is paralyzed, which is always good. It means you get a little bit of extra time to set up for self-destruct. 1 lightning, 2 colors, it's going to do 80 damage. It's going to do 80 damage to itself, however. So Magneton is not really the most playable card. It's something that you're just going to kind of throw in, do a little bit of damage and get out. So I don't know how this particular card is going to play out. Our other lightning Pokemon is Electabuzz. 70 HP lightning type Pokemon. He is a basic. Thunder Shock for 1 lightning energy is going to do 10 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. So I like this one already better than Magneton. And then you've got Thunder Punch, 1 lightning, 1 colors. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 10 more damage. If tails, this attack does 10 damage to itself, so you have the output of doing either 30 or 40. It's hard to see how it's going to go here. Starting ourselves off with the Doduo line for our colorless Pokemon, we get 60 HP, it's a colorless. He has no evolution. I don't think Dodrio's itself is not even in the set. It's got Fury Attack, 1 colorless energy. It's going to do 10 damage times the number of heads you get off of 3 coins. So it's a filler card, for sure. It's a filler. Next up, which is more filler, yay, is the Metapod line. 70 HP, Grass type with Stiffen, 2 colorless. During our opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 40. Hate to say it, but 40 damage may seem like a lot, but in current standard and in even Theme Deck now, 40 damage is So we'll see how it plays out. You've also got Stun Spore, 2 grass energy, 20 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. So there's a lot of paralysis in this deck, hoping to acquire some extra turns where your opponent can't switch or be able to attack. Next up, you've got Tangela, 80 HP grass type Pokemon. It's a basic. You've got 1 grass, 1 colorless for bind. It's going to do 20 damage. And you get to flip a coin, and guess what? If you get the heads, you get to paralyze your opponent. Hey! And you've got Poison Powder, 3 grass energy, you get to do 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. So that's a little better. Long-lasting effects are usually better. And then finally for our Pokemon, we have Beedrill, 120 HP, grass type Pokemon with Poison Sting. 1 grass energy is going to cost just for 30 damage. Now be advised though that this is a hard Pokemon to get out. This is your stage 2 of the deck with no forest or giant plants. So this is going to be very, very difficult to set up. So 1 grass energy for 30 damage on a stage 2 isn't really all that strong. You also get to poison your opponent, of course. You also have Swarming Sting, 1 grass, 1 colorless. This attack does 40 damage times the number of Beedrill you have in play to one of your opponent's Pokemon. There's only 2 in the deck, so the maximum output this particular Beedrill can do is 80. Our entire grass line is not worth playing. As far as I'm concerned, the entire grass line, not worth playing. You'll be able to get some poisons and paralysis off, obviously, because you're going to have to use them. They're in the deck. But really the only oh, I apologize, I did miss a Pokemon. We also have Voltorb, 60 HP, a lightning type Pokemon. You have continuous tumble for 1 colorless energy. You get to do 10 damage until you get tails. So maybe Voltorb is the better way to go. But as far as I'm concerned, the grass line just is not strong in this deck. So we'll see how it plays out. Next up, you have the Energy Retrieval, starting off our trainers. Energy Retrieval, put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile back into your hand, which is always a very strong card, getting the ability to get those energies back. We have an Evosoda, search your deck for an evolution card, put it onto your Pokemon, and this does count as your evolution. Shuffle your deck afterwards. You can't do this during your first turn or when a Pokemon first enters play. You get a Pokeball. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. I don't like Pokeball. Pokeball's a terrible card. Next up, we have the Professor's Letter. Search your deck for 2 basic energy cards, reveal, and put them into your hand. So pretty much, we have Energy Retrieval, Professor's Letter, 2 cards, stapling from both different sets to keep your energy flowing. Very, very nice. We have the Revive, put a basic Pokemon from your discard pile back onto your bench. That is never a bad thing. We have Switch, switch your active Pokemon with one of your benched. Pretty straightforward. We have a Pokemon Center Lady, heal 60 damage, remove all special conditions from one of your Pokemon, because let's be honest here, we're going to get damage. We probably will get special effects as well, so you never know. It might cure one of those paralysis, I don't know, that will matter very heavily in the outcome of a particular game, so you'll see how it goes. I don't know. I haven't even played the games yet at this point. Whoops. Next up is the Pokemon Fan Club. Search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So let's get our Pikachus and our Electabuzz. I guess there's our other strong Pokemon in this deck. I don't know. It's a very it just doesn't have that oomph that I'm used to having for theme decks, especially after doing the Crushing Currents, Hidden Depths, and the other one I forget right now. Next up is the Professor Oak's Hint, which is a brand new supporter for this set. Draw cards until you have 7 cards in hand. Your turn does end, however. So this is a very critical card. You don't shuffle your cards back in your deck, so you don't get to draw a full brand new hand. You don't get to discard cards to draw a whole hand, and it ends your turn. I'm interested to see what you guys think of this card. Do you guys think this is going to be a huge meta card, or do you think it's going to be completely overlooked due to the fact that we do have Sycamore and all those other cards? So let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think? Anyways, moving on. We have Tyranno as our final trainer card. Draw 3 cards. Pretty straightforward and straight to the point. I like it. Done deal. And our energies are a nice split, 9 grass and 9 electric. Now, come on, guys, and let's be honest here. How much are you guys appreciating the old basic look of the cards? I'm really happy that they at least did one set with the old original printings, because it gives you that whole revitalization of the nostalgia of what Pokemon used to be 20 years ago. So, in my opinion, I like it. I love it a lot. Now, without any further ado, let's get ourselves into a battle and see, can Pikachu prove he's really got power? Alright guys, our first match is against Kiara level 99. There we go. Figured it out. And we're going to see what they're playing with, because I missed entirely the deck they were playing. We win this coin flip, which means we will be going first. Yes, please. They are playing the Pangoro deck, which means they are going to have initiative over us. Except for our Grassmons. So I might actually lead Tangela. The Professor Oak actually will be a perfect end to this first turn. I just need to get a grass energy, to be honest. So I can drop all these basics down. Get them out of my hand. Get them out. Get them out. There we go. Don't want them in there. we see a Pancham and a Scraggy. So I get more energies, which I don't really want right now. I know I can grab my grass energy next turn. Okay, no. Best idea is to grab those grass. Because I already have the lightning. I can get used to them. I was just hoping to benefit more from the Professor Oak. Which is what I'm going to go do right here. So I lose my turn, but I do get a Kakuna to evolve from the Weedle. I've got an Electabuzz, I've got a Pikachu, so I can use up a bunch of these things. I can at least set up the bind and get myself ready for Poison Powder if I get the third energy. But my opponent will be able to go for the Bad Influence this turn and turn into a Pangoro. Which is a little better for me because I'm not weak to it with the Raichu line. But that doesn't... Oh, we at least got our third energy, so let's get there. We're going to drop the Kakuna down. And like I said, we're going to drop all our basics here. Kaboom. And I can go for Bind, which means we have the opportunity to Paralyze. Flipping that coin, and we do. We paralyze that Pangoro. Can't play, can't do anything. Hello. We are now out of range of being clobbered. You may discard an item card from your opponent's hand. Well, we don't have one. We are going to simply just drop down the third grass energy there. Hammer Arm can actually take me out. This is going to be a bad game. My HPs are not... My HP is nowhere near as high as what it should be. Okay. Do I go for the poison? I have to go for the poison. He's gonna knock me out. But I'm at least putting damage pressure on here now, which might help me out in the long run. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, this is just a bad position. He's going for, she's going for a Karina, which lets her grab a fighting type Pokemon and an item card. So if she goes for that Professor's Letter, she might get that necessary energy she needs to be able to attack. It also might mean that she's going for something that could benefit her a little bit more, like a Curing Aid to get rid of the poison, maybe heal off all that damage we've done. So a Pokemon Center Lady would actually be very beneficial here. It won't be until the next turn, however, but it's still there. Still a possibility. I don't think these Pokemon got enough of an HP boost to really signify usage. Like, if you look at Electabuzz, he's only got 70 HP. And most, like, a Machop has 70 HP, and it gets to evolve. Whereas Electabuzz is a fully evolved Pokemon. I don't know if these HPs are going to do very well. Kakuna has 80 HP. Like, Magnemite... The Magnemites have 50. Like, Magneton only has 80. So it's like you're putting effort into getting these things out here, but you're not really going anywhere. So we're going to try and paralyze my opponent here as well. It is getting slowly dwindled down, which is great. We do get a Beedrill here. We can go for the... We can go for the Lightning Energy, hope to paralyze. I go for a Tierno before I play Caterpie, just in case. We do get an Eva Soda. We can use that. And to be honest with you, I want to go with the Raichu, because the Raichu is really the only thing that can take a turn here. So I can get a couple turns to set up. We're going to go for that Thunder Wave, though. Hope to get a Paralysis, and we do! So Magnemite is going to at least get ourselves another turn here. The poison is going to build up a little bit more. I don't know if we've got a good deck, my friend, but we are going to do our best to play out here. Self-destruct is not an option. My opponent needs to put down energies on the other three Pokemon. Don't know if she's going to. I don't know what she's got in her hand, which is a big problem. We do see an Evisoda, so she's evolving one of the Pokemon. My bet would be it would be into the Machoke, which would mean she has a higher chance of getting Machamp now. So beautiful. Beautiful play on her part. Dark Energy onto the Scraggy, which makes sense. Pangoro is going to get poison after this Sycamore, which I didn't realize there was Sycamore in that deck. That's kind of rude! Here comes the Professor's Letter, so she's going to be able to get 2 more energies out of the deck, which again, guys, sometimes, especially in theme deck format, you want to have all the utility in your hand, because I don't think there's any theme deck currently in play that has N. So having those resources in your hand versus in the deck sometimes is a better option. Do not play that way in a regular format though, because obviously if an end happens, you have no way of getting those resources back. So we have a Professor's Letter. We're just going to grab those energies out. This time I'll grab 2 grass again, because you know most of my grass energy is gone due to the I've lost my train of thought. The Tangela going down. So grass or lightning energy on the Raichu, because this is the idea. We're gonna try and set it up. We're gonna go for a Thunder Wave, hoping to paralyze again, and we do. So the paralysis is gonna go off here. 10 more damage, and I think it'll actually go down by the time we actually get to see it attack again. So hopefully that is the case. I'm hoping, praying that I don't have to deal with Pangoro anymore, because we've taken out one of the evolutions, which again, 120 HP, huge damage for pretty much a stage 2. It's got more HP than my Raichu does, and my Raichu is my big hitter. I think it's got even with a stage 2 Beedrill. Don't get me wrong, I know it's a Beedrill, but I just have to go for the T-Wave. I'm not afraid to lose it this time, because guess what? Down goes Pangoro! We did manage to squeak by that. We squeaked by that. The paralysis and the poison definitely built up, and it did help us out a ton. So, like, I even have to, for the Raichu, have to actually use Spark Bolt's secondary effect in order to take this thing out. So, Magnemite. Magnemite, how much damage do you want to take? You need 3 energies to get going. I'm gonna try and stall out another turn. We don't get it though, so we'll probably go down here due to the fact that my opponent probably does have that extra fighting energy to use on Makihita to take me out. If it doesn't, I'm going full-blown self-destruct. There's the energy on it. But with that, it will mean that I have to waste all my energy on the Raichu to get it out. You got 130? 120. So I can still take you out with Raichu. Which is my plan. Here. We can throw down Tangela again and set that up one more time. As we go for the Spark Bolt. Yes, we definitely need to, because this thing will one-shot us otherwise. So 140 HP, I have to lose all my lightning energy, but I do get rid of the Hariyama. So there we go, another big one, big threat taken care of. So, unfortunately, our opponent's Pokemon are so much bigger than ours right now. It's just crazy. It is really crazy. Does not have any energy, cannot attack. That is actually really good for me. So we're going to drop an energy down on Raichu. We're going to go with the... We'll evolve our Metapod. See if I can get a Magneton as well. We do get a Pokeball here, which is really good because I can go for that Magneton. And it's literally just going to do the same thing as its baby did. Just we'll save it for energy drops, go for the good old poisons and paralysis and all that jazz, but we are going to go for an Energize. So we're grabbing a lightning energy from the discard pile, attaching it to Raichu. Just need one more energy and we can start dishing out some damage again. We can take out the Mienfoo in one shot, which is very nice. Means we might be able to get this head advantage finally, because we've been actually behind this entire match. Energy drop on... Oh, they've got both evolutions now, so it's done. It's done. There's nothing we can do. I'm going to have to use one of these grass energies on my Raichu. Because 40 is 80. I haven't got a choice, and I need to take this thing out ASAP. The fighting Pokemon are so hard to deal with. But again, you're 80 damage. And how much do you have? 90. They're just out of range. Go with the Spark. And the answer is no. I'm gonna do 70 damage and give my opponent a turn. This is a misplay I could be making, because if they get a fighting energy, Mienshao can do a massive amount of damage to me. And then the Scrafty can come in and clean up. Whereas I could have just taken it out, dealt with it, but they have no energy, which is really beneficial. So that did save me a turn there. I can now add the energy drop to Tangela, and I do not have to waste my energy here. No, I do not need to. So down goes the Mienshao. We are now 3 big evolutions down. We pull up a Voltorb, and Scrafty should be coming in here. Just needs another energy for low kick, but I will be going all out here to take this thing out. So I've lost words. Pikachu Power just came through after my huge amount of low HP bashing and all that kind of stuff. Now, to be fair, if they landed 2 coin flips there, my Raichu was gone and I couldn't do anything. That deck was far superior to me in every way, shape, or form. And I shouldn't really have won. I should not have won. But I got lucky. I got really lucky with coin tosses. I got lucky with a whole bunch of things, and at the end of the day, we're 1 up on this whole thing. So let's go. Let's get into game number 2, because that's right, I forgot to say, it's best 2 of 3, guys, so we got at least 1 more game ahead of you guys. So just hold on. We'll be right back after this quick cut. Alright, guys, game number 2, we're going up against Tails Wish, playing a water deck. So let's see if we can get some luck here. They're not going to be water, or they're not going to be lightning weak. We're going to get the coin toss, though, and we're going to go first again. Gives us that opportunity to set up a little bit. We don't have that Professor Oak like we did last time, but we do have a ton of Pokemon to go off of. So I'm probably going to lead with the Electabuzz. Actually, I should have led with Voltorb. Voltorb could have gone for continuous flip through the entire time. It would have been great. But we're just going to fill up the bench, because that's what we do here on Pokemon TCG themed decks. We fill out the bench as best as we can. I'll have a Tyranno to get additional cards to see what we can get here. We see a Pamport, and I get another Electabuzz, so let's get rid of that. Drop an energy up at the top, and go for a Tyranno. Got the energy that we're looking for, so Electabuzz can go for the Thunder Punch next turn. I can't take out Pamport, don't get me wrong, but I can at least try and get a little damage off. You never know. There's a Spheal. Spheal is weak to Steel, not weak to Grass or Lightning. And we took the first 10 damage there. Grass Energy is going to have to come up here. And let's go for the Thunder Punch. And we do land it, so 40 damage heading to our opponent. This means that no matter what, we should be able to knock out this Pamport, and it may not be a safe thing for my opponent to set up, and it does it anyway! Goes for a Shauna, hoping for some cards. That might have been a bad play. In my opinion, I would have just gone for another 10 damage, set up the Spheal, would have been better off. Rough Seas. And lands the heads, so now we're taking damage. But great thing about being an electric type is I get to heal from it too. So my opponent really needs to be careful here, because it does not do anywhere near, like, I heal fully from that Rough Seas. Thunder Punch, if I can land it, will do more. I do not, so I'm taking 10 here. This is actually really bad. But I can heal from it if they get a Tails as well. So this is going to be a back and forth game until we can see some evolutions. Frogadier has entered the field. So has a Celio. My opponent has no energy. Battle Reporter, though, will get him 4 cards. This is actually becoming a much more hype match. Heals off the damage from the Rough Seas. Gets a Water Energy on Frogadier. And we see an Acrobike, which means he can sack a card and get a card. Grabs something, ditches the Water Energy, might have gotten 2 Water Energies there, gets the additional damage. Come on! We get a Lightning Energy. I want to throw that on to... I don't have anyone high damaging, so Voltorb might be our best play. I'm going to risk the Biscuit and go for the good old Continuous Tumble. We're going to get a little bit of damage recovered here, and we're going to go for that Thunder Punch. Missing it again! Our opponent is getting in closer range of knocking us out due to my own misplays, and there's nothing I can do about it. If I get that extra damage, it's actually on my opponent permanently, whereas right now, and they've got a Greninja out, and Pampor, so we've lost this. That's the one we've lost. There's no way to come back, so Surf's going to clean up my Electabuzz. I have to get a good run on this Continuous Tumble. I literally need a good run on this Continuous Tumble. Like, I need to do 80 damage. I need 8 heads right now to take this back. We're going to drop down to Pikachu. Come on, Continuous Tumble. We can do this. 1, 2. 20 damage. That's just going to get healed off. My opponent's going to be fully healed off. There's nothing I can do. The XP share goes down onto the Celio as they drop a Water Energy, heals off 30 damage, and goes for the Surf, which will knock me out. The HP is not cool, man! This is not cool. We can go into... I got a weak... I have no energies. And before you guys actually comment and say, hey, look, you have grass types, you could have taken care of this. No, I couldn't. There's no grass energy at this point in the game. I think I've had 1. I apologize. But even Tangela can't do anything with 1. I need 3. So it was a better play to go with the Electabuzz. I was not expecting the Rough Seas. We can go for a Pokeball, see if we can get Raichu out, and we do. Very nice. Very, very nice. So be able to evolve right now, get that out onto the field. We can get our Caterpie out, I guess. Drop these evolution cards down. But unfortunately, that is going to be the turn, and this Doduo is just going to go right down the gutter. This game is definitely not a win on our side. If I somehow pull this back, it will be a miracle. We have no energy. We don't have enough damage to actually output anything right now. It's just a whopping mess. Let's go for that Caterpie, because you know what? If I can get a Grass Energy, which I do, we can go for 10 damage and Paralysis. Actually, it'll be 20, because they are super effective. And we get the Paralysis. Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Caterpie coming through. Heals off all that damage, though. Does not matter. We are in a bad position. Muscle Band on the Greninja. Now there's a Gyarados. I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm doing my best. I have no energy. I drop some Magnemite. I'm going to go for that String Shot. Hoping for that Paralysis one more time. Can we do it? No, we don't. So this Caterpie is actually going to go down. It's only got 40 HP. It is a Caterpie for 100% reasons. I understand that. But it's still, this is not cool. Getting completely mollywopped. Mollywopped! Raichu still win condition. I'm going to throw up the Kakuna. I can live a Surf? I can live a Surf! But I don't have any energy to play. This is just great. This is what happens when you have too many Pokemon in a deck, guys. Do not put this many Pokemon in a deck. There's a lot of cards in here, too, that could easily get me energy, and I'm just not drawing it. Gets an Articuno out, so now he'll have all the energy he needs in the world, if necessary. Gets a Beedrill. We're going to evolve just for the sake of evolving, but you know what? We're going down next turn. Oh man, this is good. This is good. All right. 70 HP, gone. Beedrill, out of here. And we have a Magnemite that's going to come up here and say, hey, look, you give me a lightning energy, I'm going to paralyze! Hey, we're going to get a paralysis off here, guys. There's no point in putting out Raichu. I'm going to lose Raichu next turn. So, we get the heads, paralysis does go off. This is awesome for us, which means they're stuck in here. But, even if we get a knockout here, they need one knockout with Gyarados. Oh, and they discard our energy! Where's my Salt Shaker? Hand? Salt? Salt Shaker? Yes, please. I have to concede, guys. As much as I don't want to, I'm gonna let him take this last knockout. Just to help him out if he's got a challenge or whatever. But that is what I was more expecting from this deck, not that first game. But we are currently 1-1 in this lineup. Can Pikachu Power come through and pull out the double victory? Or are we going to go home with 1 win, 2 losses? I want to see it in your guys' comments right now. Will we go 1-2? Will we go 2-1? Leave that in the comment section below now as we get ready for game number 3. Game number 3, guys, and we're going up against Jonathan Fist playing the Crushing Currents Lightning deck. So we are going to probably get ourselves thrown against a wall, thunderbolted, and this game is going to come right down to which Raichu is better, Circle Circuit or the original. What do you guys think? Comments now! Alright, so Jonathan is getting to choose who goes first here. And might take a few seconds here. Oh, it might be a hard time to decide. He is going to go first here, which is unfortunate. We have a really bad opening hand. But we'll get 4 cards out. 4 of the basics out. So our grass deck is going to win here. For sure, right? Right! No energies, no nothing. Let's just hope that I can draw an energy or some sort. Because we've got Weedles coming up our wazoo. This is like a Viridian Forest deck on steroids, I guess. We're playing against Pikachu Voltorb. Lightning entry on the Pikachu. Pikachu hits the bench. Voltorb hits the bench. Our opponent has a full hand going for the Shauna, and we'll have 5 cards in their hand in just a moment here. There we go. And ends the turn just like that. We have no real reason to go for anything, so I'm going to go for Professor Oak's hint and end the turn. I have a Lightning Energy, not the color I'm looking for. I have all grass Pokemon. I have all grass Pokemon, 1 energy on the field, and it's Lightning Energy. I love double color decks. I love them. Acrobike. Look at the top 2 cards. Pick 1, discard the other. Discards Lightning Energy. Probably got a Lightning Energy. Lightning Energy is now on Pikachu. Getting that agility off means that I can't attack them properly on the next turn. Goes for an Ultra Ball. Probably going for Raichu, though, which will be a much better play because it'll take us both out. Well, it'll take me out for sure. I only have 40 HP. Gets the Circle Circuit Raichu. That's going to do 246. That's 60 damage right there. 60 damage. Counter from Raichu. This Raichu is already set up, ready to go. Massive amounts of damage. Down goes Caterpie. This match is hype! I'm gonna sacrifice a Weedle. Weedle it is! We got a Grass Energy, so I can at least set up my Tangela. I can go for the evolution here so I don't get one shot. I can play down a Doduo. And unfortunately, that's going to be the end of this turn. Kakuna, you are going to be a fantastic waste of space. Now the question is, does my opponent get more Pokemon? And off this Tyranno probably will. Tyranno is giving him 3 additional cards, gets a Spearow, gets a Zapdos. That is a full bench, my friends. And that is a Sky Field, meaning he can go even further if he wanted to. So, we're in a big jam. I just realized I could play Voltorb. Just realized I could play Voltorb. Salt is already over the shoulder. Both shoulders on top of my head. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is like piling up on top. 100 damage from Raichu. Kakuna did not stand a chance. I have to go for Bind and Paralysis here to try and take this thing out. We get a Beedrill. Oh, shucks. We just lost our Kakuna. So down goes Voltorb. We're going to have to drop this Lightning Energy onto the Tangela to try and get a Bind power off. Can we paralyze? Can we do it? Yes, we do! Okay, game, you're giving us some hope because you know what? Raichu is the only thing really set up right now, and if we can take it out, Evolution onto the Electrode, by the way, if we can take it out, we might be in a better position. We get a Caterpie, so no energy. I have to go for the Bind. Nothing I can do here. I have to paralyze. Can we do it? 40 damage down. We do not do it, so this Raichu is going to take me out. Tangela is going down. It was my only real win condition here. Winona's going to get him 3 more Pokemon, though, which means we're going to see a lot of damage come out. I don't think there's any stadiums in this deck, now that I don't recall talking about stadiums. So I have no counter to the Sky Field. No counter. Fearo's out. Kangaskhan's down. Lightning Energy all the way on the Electrode, and we're taking 120 damage. So Tangela, you didn't stand a chance. Do we go out to the Doduo? Let's do it, just because, you know what, he's going to take it out anyway. We get a Grass Energy! So I can actually switch into Caterpie, do 10 damage, and try and paralyze. That actually might be a good play. So we're going to hope to paralyze here. 10 damage is 10 damage, and we do paralyze, so that's awesome. We actually get another turn out of this. This poor little Caterpie here, he's actually put in the work here. As much as he's not done a ton of damage, he has done everything he could to keep us going. Now there is an energy onto the Kangaskhan, goes for a Shauna. This guy is just destroying us right now in card draw. We're at 38 cards left in the deck. He's at 25, didn't get anything we could play. We have a Weedle, so we're going to drop that Weedle right down there. Gonna go for the String Shot, 10 more damage. We're inching closer to taking out Raichu, and we do get the paralysis, so we have another turn with Caterpie. Caterpie MVP in this match. But that's it. That is it. That is all we're doing. We have a Magneton, which does absolutely nothing for our game. We're going for that String Shot. Can we land another paralysis? We do not. Poor Caterpie. I'm so sorry, buddy, but you're gonna go down. Now, there's nothing we can really do about it. Circle Circuit is going to do a massive 140 damage to Caterpie. None of my Pokemon can survive that. None of them. So we have to go out into Weedle and hope to poison. But at this rate, if we don't get energy, we got the wrong color. I can at least try and go for a continuous tumble on the following turn. Like I said, guys, in the deck builder, I was expecting the grass side to be pretty weak. And unfortunately it is. There's no damage output, there's no effort, like there's nothing there for this deck. The Raichus are okay, but it's nowhere near Circle Circuit. Circle Circuit is way better. Weedle goes down. We're down to Voltorb. Can we survive, and can we get one knockout in this match? We get a Tangela, so no energy's there. We go for the continuous tumble, and no damage. Voltorb, you let me down! But that is going to be a game, guys. That is going to be a 1-2 loss for Pikachu Power. In my eyes, if you are a nostalgic fan of Pokemon TCG, make sure to pick up this theme deck. Otherwise, leave it at home. This deck is not strong. This deck just doesn't have that power or the creep that needs to go up, especially now that Crushing Current, Hidden Depths, and Born of Fire actually possess. If you're going to try and counter those 3 decks, like you just saw Crushing Current just destroy, mollywopped. They're like pulling out the hammers and being like, hey, look, guys, you're not even trying. So in my eyes, this deck is not the best. But we'll see if Mewtwo Mayhem can actually pull through in our next episode. So if you guys are hyped and ready for that, make sure to hit the like button on Pikachu Power, because you know what? It's a fun deck. It's Pikachu. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you guys enjoyed this episode, though, make sure to subscribe, because I try and produce quality content. No, just content for you guys daily, at least 5 times a week. So that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. But until then, time out.